Three, two, one. Good morning, folks, from L Town to B Town, and it's the LB hour, actually, which is affectionately known as the Pound Hour. So
Yeah.
I'm the L, he's the B, and the place to be is where? Cowlitz County, I guess, apparently at the moment.
Yeah. Anywhere in the Northwest.
In Northwest, that's right. Yes, but so you want to know what's new on my survival
what's new on your
mode here?
Facebook?
Well, I have been on the phone. I'm gonna phrase that. I have not been on the phone. I've been on the computer's land for the all night last night and watching Facebook pages in regards to talking to somebody live at Facebook. And apparently, if you have to be in an account, you have to be in an account, and then you go into the business page, facebook.com/home, or excuse me, /help/business page. You go to that website, and apparently between 10 p.m. and 4 p.m. when the light shines correctly and goes through the clouds, and a little leprechaun will show up and tell you that you can talk to somebody live. So I am waiting for that leprechaun, and I'm excited to talk to them, because if they can get me back to my homepage, that would be great. By the way, I like your shelf back there, Mr. Calhoun.
Thank you. Hey,
Yes.
what have been the good things about not having to go, having that page to go to?
Well, I've saved a lot of no, I haven't. I haven't saved anything. For me not going to that, all this is causing me more stress and more stress and more stress.
I thought going to it causes stress, so it seems like not going to it might be a relief.
Not at all. Not at all. I've got
Really?
I admin 12 pages, and I help on multiple business pages and stuff. So it's kind of like,
well, that's fucking different.
yeah,
By instruction, not by instruction.
try it. But yeah, no, I have.
What's it like? You got 12 pages you're trying to run, and you can't do even that?
Well, just a couple of them. They'll come out of my pages. I mean, I help admin 12 pages, I should say. I personally admin about 4, 5, 6. I don't know, but
other people admin too?
on some of them, yeah, for sure. I'm just to help. But as far as for business stuff and helping promote business is kind of hard to do when you can't do it on Facebook.
Yeah.
So,
well, the people are behind you. So can you see that, Freelani? I gave you a message to start the morning. Try to get you out of Facebook jail. You're as deep into Facebook jail as anybody ever has been. It's kind of almost capital punishment.
It really is capital punishment, and it's not. I'm not in jail. I'm more in stupidity land. I apparently have just cluster after myself.
It's like you're banished from the city in the old days.
Well, that's what. Yeah, you saw what it's like yesterday. Me trying to get into some stuff. It's just like next thing you know, just because you're trying to help me, all of a sudden your stuff gets scooped up.
Oh yeah, it's like the Twilight Zone loop. It keeps going into the center, then it starts again at the outside. It's just an endless loop of.
Got you bright.
Yeah, you send in there a picture of your ID, your birth certificate.
Oh, I sent him. Yeah, I sent him my firstborn child, but he still came back. So apparently,
don't send him your social security number, because it could be a hacker that has set this all up, and you're not really locked out.
Right? Yeah, just some imaginary thing. Yeah.
No, it's a guy that they do that. They tell you can't get into your Facebook suddenly, put you in an endless loop, so you give them all your information. The only thing you haven't given them is social security number and credit card number. Once you do that, you're in.
Actually, the credit card thing, I did take pictures of, and I didn't give them, but I didn't give them all the numbers, mind you. But it says, there's a spot that says that's one of the ways they can check to see if you have credit cards, if you've got power bills, yada yada.
There you go.
Everything. So
have they mentioned social security number yet, or is that the last resort?
That's the last resort. But here's the deal. They haven't actually asked anything. I have not talked to any person. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just me in my own mind. I'm like stuck in this little virtual cell hell. It's ridiculous.
I think
seriously.
Facebook has all our social security numbers. It'd be pretty easy.
Why wouldn't they have it? Yeah.
Yeah,
You can
because
get social security numbers for free on the internet. That's
well, we go online and sometimes put in our social security number, and it seems like Facebook would have access to that. It's all about information. So
yeah. I don't usually put my. I don't think I put my social security number in online anywhere, but I'm sure it's on there. I've been told you can get it, no problem. So the
well,
black web
if
is
you don't have it after today, we'll start a campaign Monday with
Not black web.
the dark web.
Still tag with that.
I said, so
well, the dark web's the way to go. Whoever's talking out there.
that was Chandler, but
Chandler, I think they said Chad.
no, it's Chandler, but I accidentally said the black web.
Oh, wow.
But,
Well, you'll be canceled. We got 4 followers now, so we're going to lose them.
yeah,
They're all
yeah,
us.
no,
but-
my apologies out there. I really am. I'm not
Dark
racist
web.
at all. Actually, I think there was anything dark with that. But
yeah, you're as deep as you can go today. They give this final sentence. Is it capital punishment? You start over. They want you to start a new account. Then they get more, somehow they get more stuff from it. They get more info and they get other people.
there we go. Actually, I like this mask. Not bad at all.
Yeah. Well,
Little tight, but-
the next step, if this doesn't work, Monday we'll have to go actually trying to post things to get a hold of Zuckerberg and call his attention.
Oh yeah, I'm at that point right now. If this doesn't work by 10:30, 11 o'clock today, I'm gonna there's got to be an insane asylum somewhere that I can log into because
Yeah.
or I have to be able to get a hold of somebody. You don't think I have connections? It's like, I think I have connections everywhere and I forget them when the time comes, apparently, because I'm trying to think who I have friends who worked at Facebook. It's like, come on, people. There's got to be an email to go somewhere and talk to somebody live. And so I watched the videos last night, and this guy walked me through the steps on that video. But then it said, after I got into it, it says they won't be available until 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. live your area, whatever, So which is kind of cool, but I mean, I
Pacific
thought,
time.
yeah, but I thought that in America it would be 7 a.m. You know what I mean?
Well, but the offices are in California.
Well, and that's the thing. If it's 10 to 4, then I'll be there at 10:01. Just
Yeah. People in the East Coast get 1 to 7, so that's cool too.
if that's the case, yeah. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they got it better because they can do it after work. So
Yeah, I hope so. I just Facebook's in California. I did not know that.
oh yeah, remember the movie Social Network?
Actually, I should know that
Came to
because a friend
California,
of mine,
Berkeley or something. It's there now. It's in like Northern California, I believe.
I have a
Started
friend
out
who-
at what, Harvard or something?
I have a friend who actually does work for Facebook, but not. He's building their kitchens down there at Facebook.
Well, I think if this happens again, first move should be go to a hacker. Get a hacker on your side.
Yeah,
They can get into anybody's account.
oddly enough, they have a hacker services in Cowlitz County. I saw something, so I'm like, I didn't think about calling them for that, but I thought they just literally posted hacker services, and I'm like,
Interesting.
yeah, but unless there's another term for hacker,
Could be landscape.
yeah. Well, will you be a hacker?
Yeah, hackers. Hacking, we hack stuff with landscape. I've hacked things, with one of those scythes. It's probably some sort of a hitman service, but they don't want to tell you that. They got to go undercover.
Wouldn't surprise me. Yesterday, I was told that 30 some odd women in Cowlitz County were murdered. Right?
Yeah, that was made up stuff. I was going to talk about that. So people starting just blatant lies as rumors. And then I saw the person you're talking about was trying to defend it, and they should have said, hey, that was stupid. I'm going to pull it off. But the person was saying, well, so-and-so helped me. We got to stand together. It's like, No, you don't have to stand together on lies. Stand together on real things. It was weird. So a bunch of women weren't hacked in Longview and their hands cut off. So that's good to know. But somebody
where
was
did that
spreading
come
that
from?
rumor. Somebody spread a blatant lie on Facebook. So,
And just for any reason in particular?
well, you saw it. I don't know why.
I didn't see it.
I didn't show it to you. Oh, okay. It was just, well, I was talking to you about it yesterday, but yeah, it said the story about all these women have been killed and apparently 3 in Longview and 1 had her hands cut off. Well, there's no truth to it. So that just got people scared for no reason. That's what happens. Just people spreading blatant rumors that have no basis in truth.
Well, then I won't go on a date with that girl.
No, you don't want to be accused of that, but yeah,
No,
the funny thing is when people post lies like that, and then when they're called on it, they start getting argumentative instead of just saying, "Oh yeah, it's a lie. I'll take it down." So
Yeah. Well, I don't think people have a tendency to even know how to take things off of there, to delete things, like,
well,
Do you
then
not know
they shouldn't
there's-
be on there. They shouldn't be
Right.
on Facebook if they don't know that.
but I mean, people constantly, I don't know, not constantly, but I've posted things or whenever I've done things, I've said things I shouldn't have, and I've gone back and deleted it real quick. But I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen people not do it, and it is this. I keep on adding on to it and saying, "Oh,
I know.
I'm sorry about that." Yada yada yada. It's like, shut up, just delete the thing.
Yeah, here it's pretty easy. Let's see how easy this is. We'll share the screen, see if it works. Yeah, because that's about the easiest thing to do on Facebook. If you put something on that's really stupid, you just delete it.
Wrong,
So
you-
let's see right here. See how easy it should be easy.
It is right
Delete
there.
post.
Yeah, well, don't delete it. You can
Oh.
keep it.
Oh no, it's cool. I want the people to learn. It's more important.
Well, you should put that free Lonnie on there, though. I like that at the
I'll put
moment.
it back. I'll put it back off screen. But yeah, that's how easy it is. You just 3 dots. Everything emanates from the 3 dots. They were talking to you about that on the correspondence about your problem.
Yeah, and that's 3 dots there. It's funny because I'm trying to press them on your page. That's funny.
Yeah.
But the 3 dots on my computer, a lot of times they go directly to Microsoft, not to Facebook. Just kind of
Oh,
strange.
wow.
Yeah. Interesting, but either way, I'll get back there. We'll figure it out. If I have to start a new account and just combine the 2, that'll be my next step, I think. I don't want to because, goodness gracious, I have over 2,000 friends, I think, on there, and I do about 12 pages and 13 pages, something like that. And yeah, it's a very wrapped into my life quite a bit, actually. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
But it's not like I'm sad because I can't read the newest gossip. That's not what bugs me. You know what I mean? The fact that this is the business that I have going on. I don't care about what so and
You
so's
don't care
having for
about
breakfast
fake
and stuff.
murders.
Yeah, I don't care about 30 murders.
Fake murders. Fake murders.
Fake murders, yeah.
They need to
But
come
I
up.
mean, and I do. I desperately do like to keep in contact with my friends and family, but they know they can get hold of me on my
Yeah.
phone if need be. But still, not being able to know what's going on, it
Oh, yeah.
does kind of because if you can help them, I don't know. I like doing it. I like helping people, so
Yeah.
I can't do it. But when it's just
Well, back to this. I hate to interrupt, but
no, go ahead.
free Lonnie. So I'm hoping people see that, wonder what it is, and start commenting. It'll be fun to see what people write about you.
Yeah, if they do,
Keep
yeah.
him in there. Some people will say that. Keep him in wherever he is. And some
Yeah.
people will think you're in jail. There will be some people thinking you're in serious trouble. So we'll see how that works today.
Right. Actually, that's kind of funny. Yeah.
Social media.
Yeah. No, you never know. I just I'm thinking that I'm hoping, I shouldn't say that. I'm hoping that what I found out last night on this way to contact them
Yeah.
through business pages only, and only if you're already inside Facebook can you do that.
Yeah.
So
On personal pages, you can't take all your friends from the old one and put it to the new one. They don't allow that. I looked it up. You know what? A lot of people would say, I'll just start a new one and take all my friends from the old one. Well, they don't allow that.
Well, they can
You
combine
got
it.
2,000 over there. You got 0 here. You can't get to those 2,000 through it. There's no way to do it. You could look it up and find the friends listed. If it's listed, if you have your friends listed publicly, then you could cut and paste. Might take 4 or 5 hours, but you could do
Well,
it.
I think what they do is they combine them. They combine the two accounts.
Well, I was reading yesterday, said they don't, but maybe they do.
Yeah, well, there's a button that says, have you got an extra? Do you have an extra, did you start another account and then you can?
Yeah, they
combine
want
them.
you to start another account, but I don't think there's transferability, but there might be. But you could go to your own, you could get a new one, go to your old one, look up the friends list if it's available. I don't know if yours is available, and then you could cut and paste them all and you could have them all over. You'd have to do requests on all of them, 2,000 requests. But that'd be an exciting week where you're doing 2,000 requests, and that would make the show more lively and exciting.
Yeah,
We
I
need
don't know.
something to bump it up.
yeah, no.
So
Sure, yeah.
you got somebody there. What are they doing? Your son, what's he working on?
Oh, Chandler's here. He's actually working on a new punching bag. So
Oh, nice. Way to
yeah, I
go.
got the bag out back there, and he's
Wow, that's
he got some
cool.
gloves and he got some wrist wraps for it. So they're
Oh,
just learning how to do the wrist wraps, and he's got there, and he's here to work on the bag. So that's good.
I
Good for
like
him.
it.
Yeah, I like it too. It's healthy for him quite a bit, and I mean, shoot, I'll get to it eventually as far as
oh yeah.
I got in the bag, but it's a big bag,
Yeah. Well, that's
but it's good. It's nice and healthy, and
got Rocky back there, and he hit
yeah,
that.
yeah, Rocky right there. Now you know you got the B on top of the Rocky, which is kind of like the wrong
He's
person.
holding it. He's holding it.
He's holding it.
Yeah.
So he's not really fly like a butterfly and sting like a bee. That's the wrong guy.
Yeah. Well,
Rocky's-
he's
I'm not
stung like a
giving
bee. He didn't float like a butterfly, but he stung like a bee. I'll tell you that. That
He did.
character.
He did sting like a bee. Yeah, I guess you're
Can't
right.
think of any real fighter that really resembles Rocky, that or heavyweight at least. There's no actual fighter that I. Well,
Not that looks like him, but I do believe-
Marciano maybe, but
Yeah, the Rocky Marciano kind of that storyline off of that, you
yeah.
know. And there's, well, actually, you know, it's funny. I was thinking the comeback guy, not just the comeback guy, but who's the guy that beat Tyson the first time?
Oh, Buster.
Buster Douglas. You know, he had a reason for it. It was where his dad just died, I think it was, and his dad died like a few days beforehand, or whatever, you know. And he told his mom it was like his one goal in life, and that was
Yeah.
he wasn't there to stay to stay the course. He was there to beat Tyson.
Yeah.
That was the only thing he was there for. And
Well, and then
oddly enough,
he got 20 million for the next fight, and that was against Holyfield, and he lost that. He didn't have the hunger, but he got 20 million. So
yeah, no, he did not have the hunger on that one for sure. 100%. It's like his whole goal was to beat Tyson, and I was
yeah.
extremely shocked when he did. You know,
Oh,
I think the world was actually.
Yeah, it was
Because
one
he
of the biggest upset in any sport in history. So
Yeah, no, he was kind of. I mean, he was healthy. I mean, he was kind of flabby, and he was just, you know, he's just a big dude, and seemed a little slower than Tyson and stuff, and you know, but
well,
like,
he came out. He was lean actually, and he was jabbing, and he was a big guy, but he also was moving well.
yeah, he was, and it's like he'd practiced.
Great day, you know. It was
He had practiced to perfection of how he was going to fight Tyson, and nobody expected that. So, Mike Tyson, you're a great boxer, but that, you know, it appeared to me at the time that Tyson just he's kind of like, well, I'm going to beat this guy no matter what.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, he took him lightly, and
Yep.
then it was a heck of a fight though. Buster, after he lost to Holyfield, he ended up ballooning to 400 pounds and serious diabetes issues. Okay, here's a little
Diabetes.
story. Here's a little paragraph about Douglas's mother, Lula Pearl, died suddenly at the age of 46, 23 days before the fight with Tyson.
There you go. It was his mom, not his.
Yeah, 12-inch reach advantage. That was an amazing performance. I've watched that 2 or 3 times, and I would watch it again.
Yeah, no, he seemed like a very good guy, but he did not have the meanness, I guess
Yeah,
I would say that
exactly.
that Tyson had at the time,
Oh.
but he had the hunger,
But
and that was the thing.
he took
And
away
then
he took away Tyson's meanness. So remember, Tyson at the end was crawling trying to find his mouth guard.
yeah, yeah, he sure did. As Tyson's own words, he says, everybody has a plan until you get hit in the face, hit in the nose, hit in the nose. Yeah, I think everybody has a plan when they go in the ring until you hit in the nose. So
Yeah.
you hit the nose, and man, your tears, your eyes wire, they swell up. Your nose just, it's just direct to your brain. It says, "Hey, shut down, reset." It's like getting
Yeah.
kicked in the balls. I mean,
Well, then Tyson had a downward spiral after that. It went downhill, and he ended
Yeah.
up in prison.
yeah, he went nuts after that. I mean, sorry, but I like Tyson, but that
Got
was his
into a lot of
downfall.
trouble.
He was at the time. He was a very troubled individual. So
Yeah.
Going through wives and stuff. But you know what? It's a roller coaster, this life, as I tell you, and he was on top of the highest mountains, gone down to the lowest ones. Actually, he started in the lowest ones. He started.
Yeah. Whew.
His life was a whirlwind of sadness to begin with for many years, in and out of
He got arrested like 40 times when he was like 12 or something, and he'd go to jail just to eat.
yeah. I think that if I remember correctly, he was in jail at the age of 14, and was it 14? I think it's 14, and he watched a fight by somebody. He goes,
Oh,
"I could do that."
yeah,
said, "I could
Sugar
do
Ray.
that."
He watched Sugar Ray lose to
Yeah.
Duran, but show incredible heart. And he said, "I want to be a fighter."
I want to be a
That's
fighter.
a
And then I think it
Sugar
was
Ray.
16, he went to the Olympics. That's how friggin' much he changed so much.
Well, actually, he never went to the Olympics. He lost to,
I lied then.
Yeah, he lost.
Yeah.
But he, as a pro, he kicked butt. He got adopted.
He was making them. He did some amazing fights all the way up there. I thought Tyson was. He'd try out the Olympic team, or if he didn't go to the Olympics, then
Oh, he tried out. Yeah, he tried out. I think he lost to Riddick Bowe, but I'm not sure.
I have to look into that.
Riddick Bowe's had a lot of problems. But yeah, Tyson went to the, like you said, the deepest depths, the highest mountain. Now he's more into just family and taking care of his kids and
Yeah.
having
Sometimes
friends. He
you
loves.
go up, you go down, you go up, you go down, and now he's just kind of like doing this whole thing here.
Yeah.
And he's got a pretty good following, I do believe, on
Oh yeah.
podcast, or is he on YouTube?
Yeah, he has Mike Tyson. It's called Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson. But
Hot boxing.
a lot of guys who have made mistakes in life really relate to him. Like everybody, we all I've screwed up. I'm no better than him, and he's owned his failures. He's admitted to things, and I like that.
Well, the hot boxing in particular, is that referring just to sports, or referring to smoking dope? Because he does.
I think it was originally referring to smoking dope, but a lot of the guys don't smoke pot, so it just became close-in talk.
Yeah, but that's one of the things he does on the show. I think he smokes marijuana
Sometimes, yeah.
and gets everybody relaxed and has.
I don't think he did it with Sugar Ray Leonard because I just think he didn't want him to. I think there's certain people that he doesn't do it with.
Sure. I get that. But let us.
The hair's a little wild today. I don't know. I might have been better off with a hat, but that's okay.
You might have to get this haircut. You might have to get your haircut soon.
I might have to. It may look bad, but at least I'm not locked out of Facebook.
That's okay. You're
Tough
right.
times.
But speaking of interviews and so forth, I have questions for you today. If you happen to have an answer. Okay, so we were asked some questions yesterday. I had to stop those. But the next question was, let's see, what old person things do you do?
Well, I listen to other people's concerns and don't try to give them too much advice. That's a good
An
old
old person. There you go.
Old
That's a
people
good
do.
thing. I love this old
A
person.
lot of good old people listen.
Mhm. That's true, actually, and they don't give advice unless they ask. The older they are, the more they know not to give you advice unless you ask.
Or they'll tell you what happened to them. That's always
Yeah.
good when you hear what their experience was, good or bad.
Yeah, no, for certain. Yeah, I think in particular, when I think of old things that I do, old person things that I do, take pills. I have to take my vitamins, take my pills. I do the physical regimen of an old person trying to, just make certain that I stay in front of the game. And
Yeah.
I have to take, I don't have to take, certain things, but I do have to take my vitamins. And
Oh,
because
yeah.
I had a stroke, I have to take certain things.
Well, that bee reminds me of
Vitamin D.
bee pollen, believe it or not. You take bee pollen, it's supposed to help with your blood vessels and things like that. I used to do that when I was running all the time in the 80s, just eat that bee pollen. So it was good stuff.
Well, my next door neighbor has 10,000 bees, so I just go over there and
Oh,
lay down.
wow.
I just go lay down and let them sting me. It's kind of my whole body swells like I'm strong, but actually it's just true bee pollen. Kidding. No,
Well,
that'd be
I read something about honeybee stings being good for arthritis, actually.
yeah, I've had it done.
Arthritis.
I've had it done on my face. I've had it done on my arm. I've had it done on my hands.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that your friend Johan Keller
Yes.
does as well. Besides acupuncture, he does bees therapy,
Yeah.
which is weird. Which is very weird to have a little bug on you just zapping you. But if you've never done it before, folks, it's something to try. It's actually pretty cool. It's and it's not I mean, I understand that the bees they sacrifice their cells for you, but it's pretty good. It swells you up, get some blood flow into your items and stuff. It's like having a leech on you, actually. You know what I mean?
Oh.
The leeches. I have not been leeched yet.
Well, they put that venom in there, and somehow that stimulates something in the joints.
It does, yeah.
Theoretically, I don't know if it's proven, but
No, it does, and it does give blood flow to that area. But now if you're allergic to bees, that would pretty much kill you.
yeah.
But hey, but that's one of the things that we do because we're old person type of things, and I do. I drink a lot of coffee, which is at any age nowadays, apparently. When I was a kid, only the adults drank coffee.
Oh, wow.
And
no, that's true. For the most
always at a pot, and now, holy crap. I'm not sure when in particular that Starbucks decided to actually open to the public where it's, the world's actually, I would say when I was in high school in the 90s, it was like grunge and coffee, I think. We just spun out of control.
Grunge and
coffee
coffee.
stayed.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Okay. That's
Yeah,
good.
because I remember walking in 1990, I remember walking getting a triple quad, a quad drink, whatever. And I had never in my life had that much heart fluttering and stuff from my school to my house. And I'm like, wow, I'll never drink one of those again. I'll never drink one of those again. Well, I never drank a quad before since then. But as far as it goes, definitely the caffeine. I literally have a little bowl full of espresso beans over here, and I just took a couple of those right before I had my cup of coffee. So yay, I'm ready to go.
Nice.
Yeah, it's one of those things. But as far as old folks things go, that's pretty much I can think of. Oh, I do try to do my walking and that kind of jazz thing. But what's the spiciest thing you've ever eaten, Brian?
Spiciest?
What's the spiciest thing you've ever eaten? Speaking of food, by the way.
What I'm not going to say is I don't remember her name. I'm not going to say that. Because we're talking about food.
Oh man, well.
That's kind of a dirty joke, but we don't allow kids on this.
We don't allow kids in this thing, and sweetheart, you know who you are. Kidding.
No, that was just a joke.
No, but that's what I'm thinking myself.
I think that was a well-written joke, so I had to do it. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I've had hot peppers in Mexico. Nothing stands out as the hottest thing.
Well, not the hottest, the spiciest.
Oh, spiciest.
Now I'm not sure how do you?
A friend of mine, this old guy, older than me, a friend of mine, he'd make these dinners with 48 different spices and butternut squash, and these things were so spicy, the room would overtake the room, the smell. So whatever those meals were from an old friend Bobby. We'll call him Bobby.
Bobby, Bobby, Bobby.
We'll call him
By the
Bobby
way,
Lincoln. Bobby Lincoln. He is named after a car. He was an interesting guy. I haven't seen him for a while. So
no, Bobby seemed like he was a great guy. He was nice.
yeah.
As far as spicy goes, I think, unfortunately, I think that I myself made the spiciest foods. I grew up not eating a lot of things. One of the things that I was very, very good at though was making garlic. And my grandfather and I would, he raised garlic, and so I would make my own garlic of some sort, garlic powder or garlic whatever. And I would do, but it took me a long time to get the percentages down correctly. So I'd go when I was done, I would go half a container of garlic, half a cup. I go a cup of garlic, a cup of parsley, and half a cup of salt, or a third of a cup of salt, and that was the best mix. However, going through these mixtures of things and trying to make my own garlic, man, I would bake garlic bread for the masses, and
Wow.
sometimes it was so strong. I mean, I would have just it coming out of my pores and smelling like garlic, and it's just horrible stuff. It's like, actually, so I got the opportunity to go to lunch the other day at an Italian spot, which you went with me to,
Yeah.
which I accidentally asked for. Well, I had a little mini pizza, and by the way, that's the Kelso Theater Pub, which is by the way, their food is great now. They've got great Italian food and stuff, and I'm very proud of them for getting a new chef and their hours, and it's very as far as price wise, it's right up there. It's great. They've got good
Oh yeah.
prices and stuff. Yeah.
$6 lunches. You end up spending a little more with some extras, but that's the backstage cafe at the theater pub, and apparently the theater pub is showing movies every night.
They are. Yep. Now, I have a tendency to. I gave him my recipe for a little mini pizza, right?
Yeah.
So this is what I want, and when I got that little pizza, he had taken, like I said, I like garlic, so he had taken a whole bulb of garlic and chopped that up into my mini pizza. So instead of having a large pizza with a bulb of garlic on it, right? The whole bulb.
Yeah.
He had taken that bulb and put it in my garlic because I like it so much, which was great. But then all of a sudden, I got home, and that much garlic on your stomach on that little bit of pizza or whatever, it said, "Hello, I gotta get out of here." So it was too much garlic. Sometimes it can really do a number on you. I used to go to the Seahawks games, and the Mariners games. Mariners. I always get Mariners games. Okay, somebody's telling me. The Mariners games, I'd always get garlic fries there, and the garlic fries were
Absolutely revolting.
being told they're revolting, but actually they're good. So, but the thing is that they would put a cup. The way the garlic they used, they put a cup inside. It was granulated, not granulated, but it was chopped in little pieces, and it was pickled garlic. What it really was, and pickled garlic will just tear your stomach up. You can't
Yeah.
do pickled garlic because it tears your stomach up bad time or big time. So, it was fun, but it's super yummy. It smells great. I always used to get them, and I always go home and say, "Ow, my stomach hurts." Now I know why. Pickled garlic is not good for you.
Yeah.
Look,
No way, stench alone.
so somebody's walking by here saying, "Hey, they're trying to get healthy and do some boxing out back." So that's cool.
That's good, man. You got life going on.
I do. I've got somewhere on there. But hey, speaking of life, I'm got some questions for you here. I'm still not done with my questioning. If my phone will allow me my face to open up, there it is. So, what makes your eyes roll every time you hear it?
Well, the election was fixed. The election was stolen. Say, oh, come on, still?
Really? Right? You're gonna bring that up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. No, I hear you. Some people just don't want to believe.
The earth is flat. I don't mind that.
The what?
I don't mind when people say the earth is flat. That's entertaining.
Well, the earth is flat. Yeah. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, I have a problem with it, but
Yeah.
my eyes don't roll unless that, when you say the election was fixed, yeah, I roll
Well,
my eyes.
anything made up without any real evidence, 12
Well,
girls.
even if it was made up, even if it was
12
made up,
girls,
like,
yeah, like 12 girls were murdered at the bowling alley. Well, they weren't, so I roll my eyes.
yeah, well,
Tom Brady cheated every Super Bowl. Nah.
well, there was one girl who was killed here locally the other day. So
Yeah.
not 30.
No, not 12 or 30. Yeah, it's crazy. So
Yeah, no,
we're-
what
we're-
I roll my eyes about is things you can't do anything about.
yeah,
things
weird
brought
rumors,
up. Yeah.
bizarre weird rumors, like the National Guard's at the Rainier Bridge. I went to check on it, and there was a construction crew painting.
Well, as far as rolling my eyes at things, I don't usually roll my eyes at things, but political stuff that are just facts and figures and stuff, most definitely.
Yeah, just made up.
Yeah, no, most definitely. I mean, it's just like, why are we even wasting our time with this
Yeah.
thing? Get over it, whatever it is, get past it in your life. And that's how I kind of am. I'm kind of like, get over with it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
But-
Or make up better rumors. If people would make up better rumors, I'd probably be okay with it. Funny ones.
But it's not just always rumors, though. It's it can be many things.
Just inaccuracy.
Yeah, I actually have a funny one I can tell you, but it'll be just a moment.
Don't mention any names.
Huh?
Don't mention names. You can do it.
No, I can't. It
Okay.
doesn't matter because I've got somebody here that's looking at me,
Oh,
and they, yeah, there's yeah, so they're still staring at me. But there is something that I always roll my eyes at every time I ever hear it, and it gets brought up because people don't ever forget things.
oh
So
yeah.
when something in your past you've done and they bring it up, it's like, oh God, I really want to hear this again. That's type of thing in particular. That,
Oh yeah.
it's like, oh, remember that time you almost forgot me in St. Louis, Dad? Or
Yeah.
husband or whatever,
You ran my foot over with Prius.
or like my son thinks I ran his foot over intentionally one time, and
At the Eagles.
yeah, and he was trying to get in the car, and we were in a hurry, and of course the Prius is very, very quiet, and so he was trying to get his foot in the back, and it barely went over his toes there. Just
You stopped right on my foot.
it stopped on his foot. Whatever. Point is that to him it didn't hurt that much, but he was,
Oh,
but he thought it. I thought I decapitated his foot there.
well, actually, that's part of the Eagles' initiation anyway. So
Yeah, probably.
you run over your foot.
I was told that was part of the Eagles initiation
So
time.
he's
so.
in.
Well, actually, that, and then I have people in my life who tell me that, remember that time you did this and this? It's like, come on, roll my eyes. Like, and then, I've had,
Did you say roll my eye?
I know, it's literally, we're talking about things, Chandler, my son's in the background here, talking about things that make you want to roll your eyes. Well, what is that? And when your ex brings back things that you did maybe a long time ago. Remember you left the socks out, yada, 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 or whatever it might be. Yeah. Or you answered the phone when the process in the middle of doing something you shouldn't have been doing. Because that's one thing I've heard multiple times.
Prostitute.
No. But there's you answered the phone when we were being intimate. And it's like, really, dude? I mean, sure, it happened once, but apparently business was, as it was happening at the time. And so sometimes you have to answer the phone. There's more times. You don't often get time to be intimate. But anyways, yeah, so there's certain things in the past, just get over it. Whatever it is in the past, you just got to get past it and don't make me roll my eyes at you. Oh, God. Just, all it does is bring up bad memories and bad thoughts and stuff. And it's like, we're doing good. We're doing great. And then you brought that up. So.
Well, you could always do something worse, and then they would quit talking about the old thing.
Oh, trust me, I've tried. I've done everything there is, but that's okay. I mean, but you always gotta make more memories. Memories, good ones, memories, bad ones. And if you've got bad memories, you gotta make new good ones. But you can't be stuck in the past. And that's what makes me roll my friggin' eyes more than anything. Just my phone. I had more questions for you, by the way.
That's a
And
good question.
yeah, I never thought about that question before. That's fun. Okay, what obstacles would be included in the world's most amazing obstacle course?
Oh, getting somebody from the other party to agree with you on an issue. That would be almost impossible. That's an obstacle.
So this obstacle course, you mean like it's an obstacle course for you're on the Amazing Race, right? What do we call it? The Amazing Race. I love the Amazing Race, by the way. I haven't watched it for a couple of years, but it was a very, no, but it was a very fun, TV show because they travel around the world, going from city to city and state to state. But if you happen to know the Amazing Race in particular, you put one of those obstacles on there, and when you're saying one of those obstacles would be to get
Get somebody from the other party, to agree with
politically.
the issue. That you'd probably never overcome that obstacle.
So your goal is to, in the middle of Amazing Race, you're going down Chinatown, all of a sudden you find a Republican and a Democrat, and you got to make them get together.
You find somebody. Find somebody from the opposite party. You find somebody from
heck with the opposite party.
Yeah.
You find. I think you should find your story there, but I think we should find one person from each party and make them come together on something. That's the opposite.
I'd rather have it where you have to convince somebody that's against you.
No, I'd rather just hit somebody in the head and go on. At that point, you're like.
And then another obstacle would be a woman you're attracted to comes up and asks you, "Do these pants make me look fat?" You gotta answer the question.
And you gotta answer. Yeah. No, I think the
Do
politically
weird stuff though on that show that you have to go in and find information. It's a pretty cool show.
Oh yeah, it is a cool show. But what do you think you are much better at than you really are? Actually,
Doing a Zoom podcast.
no shit. I agree with you there. I don't think that we're great at it. I think we're figuring it out though, and
I like
that.
it. I was just kidding. That was just sarcasm.
Yeah, well, I think that
Still legal. Sarcasm is still legal. Oh, I found out today though. Hasbro has changed Mr. Potato Head to just Potato Head.
I saw that breaking news. Mr. Potato Head is no longer. He is. What do you call it? He's General Neutral.
Yeah.
Neutral General. Neutral. I can't say it.
Gender neutral.
Gender neutral.
Please, Dad. Get more PC, will you?
General neutral. He's general neutral. There you go.
Gender neutral.
Gender neutral.
That was too much for even me. So.
So, but either way, are they going to liquefy him because they can be gender fluid, right? I don't know. And if something was to come out of him, would he be? Would that be gender fluid?
Well, you're digging a hole there.
I am digging. I'm gonna play a potato with it because poor Mrs. Potato Head. Poor Mrs. Potato Head. All of a sudden, 40 years they've been together, and now Mr. Potato Head decides to chop his thing off. I think it's horrible. It's like, what the hell, Mr. Potato Head? And now she's gonna have like these little sprouts coming out, and she's whatever. I think it's the horrible thing in the world.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're both breastfeed now, though. That's so good.
they're it's potato milk, but it's.
Well, the good news though is, even though they do this, you as a person can still call him Mr. Potato Head with no repercussions. So it really is a non-issue, but it's kind of fun.
You gotta fix the light down below. Yeah. No, I think that's a horrible thing for. I mean, I don't know. He is a character. It's a character. I appreciate them trying to fix things in America and the world. That's one you shouldn't have fixed because he's a gender neutral.
Well, I think it's possible that it's just they're having a little fun and messing with us.
Well, maybe they killed Mr.
The fact that people get upset about it, there's people really upset about it. That's the humor. I don't care either way.
Could be it. But was there somebody who really argued about it? Because now Mr. Potato Head is no longer Mr. Potato Head, and why don't they just make him a doctor, Dr. Potato Head, and then it can be boy or girl.
Well,
Yeah.
because resale, they want to change it back in a couple of years, and then you have to buy the Mr. Potato Head, the new edition. They bring it back.
A new edition.
They
It'll be a
sell it
he and a
again.
she and a it. Yeah.
Yeah, they sell
But
it.
whatever,
again.
poor little tater tots. It's like all of a sudden,
Yeah,
they can't. I don't get. It's just yeah. And I'm not.
they're just messing
know.
with people. I think they're seeing.
I don't care if about gender stuff, but gender politics. I do believe, however, that Mr. Potato Head should say Mr. Potato Head, and Mrs.
Yeah.
Potato Head should be Mrs. Potato Head. And now they can do
fine
whatever
with
they want. I don't care. I mean, I did see Mr. Potato Head though before, done with an earring in his face and some other stuff. They do some stuff with them. It doesn't matter. Whatever. Can't be a Mr. or it's like I'm trying to think of a name. Mr., Mrs. Is there anything else out there? Yeah,
Miss.
I know, but Mrs. Butterworth, right? They're getting rid of her only
Aunt
because
Jemima. Yeah, that's Rachel.
Aunt Jemima. I would love to see
They got rid of
gender-neutral-
Aunt Jemima. They got rid of her because she wanted more money. It turns out. It had
Yeah, but
nothing to
she's-
do with races. It was all
She's
about
still-
money. She wanted more money.
She wanted more money. Well, there isn't really any.
Butterworth, yeah.
But Mrs. Butterworth, I mean, talk about gender fluid. But it's pretty yummy. Anyway,
Mr. Clean is gender fluid.
Mr. Clean's definitely gender fluid. He's he never had hair.
Mrs. Butterworth only was paid
It's
half.
so bad earrings, though.
He does. He has some good earrings. I don't know. I think it's freaking silly. But should kidneys be able to be bought and sold?
No, but Chandler should be fined $5 for stepping on my last joke, but that's okay. We forgive here. So what was the question?
What was the last joke? That's
It was
apparently-
stepped on by Chandler. It was total ad lib.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
He'll be getting his fruit basket in the mail.
Fruit basket. There you go. What's
So
the
what was
most?
the question?
The question was, should kidneys be able to be sold and bought?
Yes.
Why not? I don't know why. I know it's a question.
Why not?
I don't know why there was a issue with that. I mean,
Well, it has to
you
be
have
done
more than one,
correctly.
right?
You could sell yours. You can't be cutting somebody else's out. But
Right? Why not? I mean,
Yeah.
shoot, you've got a couple of them. I mean, I'm sure there's probably more of a reason than we know, but
oh yeah.
like you don't really. The person doesn't talk that much. They really cut their tongue out and sell it for a couple of bucks. Why not? What's the most creative use of emojis you've ever seen?
Creative use of emojis. That's impossible statement. Oxymoron. Impossible. There is no such thing.
I'll agree with that. I think
There might be a meme or two that's not bad, but no emoji is really that good.
no emojis are that good. I don't think.
Well, you know what? I correct myself. There's a couple. I don't mind the hearts one that pops out, but it can't be just anybody. Somebody loves your story or something. They give you the hearts thing. But if you have a
Sure.
close friend or say a girlfriend, if you're a guy or whatever, if you have a special person, yeah, the hearts thing is good. And then in the winter, the snowflakes coming down, like put a snowy thing on there. That's a good one.
Yeah.
But to do it publicly or to people you don't know that well, not good.
Well, I think the cool thing about the emojis nowadays, if you like a girl, instead of saying flowers, you send an eggplant.
Oh, there you go.
You send them an eggplant. There you go. Okay, hey, so when was the last time you got to tell somebody, I told you so?
Well, it happens all the time, but I haven't done it. I don't think I've done it. I told you so in 25 years. The time I told Richard Gere that thing he shouldn't put that thing up there, but
Right.
that was 1988. Told you so. The gerbil story has not ended for Richard Gere. It's still out there.
Yeah. Well, I told you
Oh,
so.
here's a good one about rumors. I met a lady who said she knew the orderly who helped get the gerbil out. but that was just another lie.
Yeah, that's horrible. Absolutely. Now, I'll tell you, because I have kids, like a son in particular,
Yes.
that phrase I told you still rings in my head, whenever,
Oh, yeah.
but all the time. But
Your
I
kids.
don't ever, I try not to say it that much. I don't think I ever say it actually.
It's not a good thing to say because they figure it out. People figure it out. He told me, he warned me. Yeah, you don't have to gloat on them. But your kids, for example, would not even know what the Richard Gere gerbil story is. You got to be over 40.
Yeah, no, I don't think. Chandler, are you familiar with the Richard Gere gerbil story?
No.
One night, him and Brian were. I'm kidding. But yeah. Well, we don't
Yeah,
talk.
we'll tell them sometime.
Tell him sometime, yeah. And the Rod Stewart.
I told my son Carson the other day. He was like, "Wow, that really happened." I said, "No, the rumor happened, but it didn't."
And Rod Stewart as well.
Yeah, rumors are hilarious, but they just get out.
Mick Jagger, David Bowie,
Right.
you
That
know,
whole thing.
that whole thing. But that was the same time as the Richard Gere and the Rod Stewart stories, which is interesting. And people believed it. And I believed it actually. For maybe the first time, but
Yeah, it's stories like Bill Cosby drugged women, things like that.
No, it
that,
didn't happen.
that happened, huh?
that really happened.
It didn't happen.
Yeah,
That was
Exactly.
a joke against.
that really happens mostly. So, Brian, what riddles do you know?
Can't think of any offhand. Let me think. I don't know. Not a lot.
Well, yeah, I think
Like riddles, like trick riddles, or just
yeah, I think if you know any riddles, yeah, I figure I'd ask, And what's your cure for hiccups? That's a riddle.
cure for what?
Not really.
Hiccups.
What cure for hiccups?
Hiccups is asphyxiation, but not to death, just to the point of passing out. So if you could have somebody choke you out like a triangle choke from UFC, just
Really?
wake up, you probably won't have the hiccups. It's like turning
I
on.
bet you you're right.
Yeah.
I bet you you're right. Yeah.
You know,
you're
you
saying
turn off,
just to,
you turn off the wireless. You know how you unplug it? It's kind of like that. You just unplug yourself.
well,
Risky.
it is. You get the Ronda Rousey little take you down and
Well, that's what the lead singer of In Excess was doing. He was just trying to cure his hiccups. Went too far.
you're too bad. That's horrible. That's horrible. But I bet you it worked. That's the worst part about that one. Is that you might be right. It seemed to work. What invention doesn't get a lot of love, but has greatly improved the world?
Well, the refrigerator's a good one. Anything in your kitchen, man, refrigerator, the microwave, so many. The hammer.
The hammer. Well, that gets a lot of love, doesn't it?
I think people like them. I don't know. Maybe. You don't hear a lot of people bragging about their microwave.
No, you don't. And I'm not sure that anybody getting a lot of love. Yeah.
What would you think is one that's not getting much love?
Something that doesn't get much love. I don't know. My computer. I don't take care of it. And even Facebook, I don't give it enough love. And
Yeah, that one I think. I agree with that.
in turn, because I don't treat it correctly. It has improved the world, I think. And
Well, you
I'm
got
saying-
the new
I'm saying
you got the new iPhone 12 though. It's
yes, I do. Matter of fact,
fine.
yeah, the new iPhone 12 is quite the phone. I'm not leaving the house with it though until my new case shows up today. So,
Oh,
but then again, I'll probably have to take it out of the case in order to do some filming
Yeah.
tonight. So.
bring your computer as a backup, and then we'll see if we can get your phone to do landscape mode like this.
Well, I did last night when we were practicing.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah.
There you go. See,
Yeah,
you're ahead of the game.
I'm ahead of the game.
Don't beat yourself up.
I didn't know I was a gamer. Now I'm ahead of the game.
Oh, I don't want to, brag or anything, but I went to Walmart and Freddy's looking for croquet sets. I was going to get you a croquet set, which I still will, but we got to wait a little bit. They said there's a shipment coming in, so we'll go do that.
Well,
so got me the rock. Got me the rock.
Well, I appreciate that. I highly appreciate that. However, I think there's one sitting here.
Oh, well then
I think that I ordered. I think I somehow I got
You
on the
already
internet
ordered it?
and I ordered one online, and I think that's what's sitting here. Is a box sitting here.
Wow, I'm glad I didn't get it then. I was able to
Yeah,
look.
me too. I appreciate
Look
that. Thank you.
generous. I look generous, but I didn't have to buy anything. That's good.
Yeah, that's right. You say these.
Wow, so you actually have a croquet set. You're not even sure. You know what I mean?
Well, I ordered it, and there's a box sitting out here. But then
Wow.
again, see, I don't take Ambien. I don't think, but I don't remember taking the Ambien. So I ordered some. I got a box of friggin' metal scour. Friggin' what do you call it?
Steel
I mean,
wool.
I got a giant bag of what do you,
Gave me a piece this
steel
thing.
wool.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I love it.
These bundles of steel wool. A big bag came in here. I don't know where the hell I got it.
Yeah.
Or where I got it for. I have no idea. But apparently I ordered a bag of steel wool in the middle of the night, along with a badminton set. Not badminton set, but croquet set. So I'm excited with the croquet set. I really
Yeah.
am.
Well, the
I think
steel
that-
wool's great too.
Yeah, I just got to figure out why I ordered it. I think one of the gals who works for me, who does some cleaning stuff, she may have said, you need some steel wool. So
Well, can you
and-
do a 1-minute commercial for Friday Night Live tonight? And I'll go take a quick break.
Sure, absolutely. Hey, by the way, folks, if you happen to be around in the evening, this evening, if you want to sit back and relax and have a glass of wine, we're going to have the musical sounds of Jennifer Johnson, actually. She's coming from Portland. I think she'll be the only musician tonight, which is great, but it should be good. So if you, I'm not sure if you know who she is, by the way. Speaking of Jennifer Johnson, there's about 5 of them in my life. They're all wonderful people. But there's 10,000, I think, in the United States alone. And I'm going to put together an event someday about Jennifer Johnson's. Like, we love Jennifer Johnson because one of my best friends is Jennifer Johnson. One of my prettiest girls I know is Jennifer Johnson. I have 2 aunts named Jennifer Johnson, and a great lawyer in my group is Jennifer Johnson. It's kind of strange. I think I'll end up probably marrying a Jennifer Johnson someday, which is odd because I have 2 of my aunts that are Jennifer Johnson too. But there's so many of them in there in my life. Boom, boom, boom. I'm assuming that it'll be some in some form it'll come to play where that person's with me and this is Jennifer Johnson. I wouldn't surprise me. Kind of crazy, but
We're
yeah.
almost an hour in, I think, or close to it. You want to just pound it out and
Well, let's see what the next question I have for you
okay.
is.
Next question.
Next question I have for you is,
Got my buzzer ready.
well, I think we've gone through this one before, so I will go to, what are your most important rules when going on a date?
No rules. I want no rules from the person. I want no rules to the person.
You don't say she's got to be over
There's too much game playing and controlling in this world.
You don't say she's got to be over 3'5" or anything.
I don't want rules, more rules. We got enough rules right now. We got more rules, and then our state has more rules than any state in the history of America.
Yes, I agree. But as far as, does that person have to be independently wealthy? Does that person have to be able to, take care of themselves?
Well, I'll just kind of clear it up. I currently, maybe for the next year even, currently have no interest in dating, but if I did, I wouldn't put a bunch of rules together. No
Yeah.
rules. No
Yeah,
rules.
I actually have no rules when it goes to
Yeah.
I think that pieces of the puzzle,
Yeah.
you never know how they're going to fit.
Yeah.
And when they
Well,
do
I
fit, they
dated
fit.
when I was in my 20s and then 16 and 17 and 18 dated and all that. At this point, I don't even see any interest in dating at all. Just the concept
Right.
at my age. I'm
Well,
tired from dating officially.
no, actually, I agree. Okay, so the dating thing in particular is just life to me is a whole dating thing. It's crazy. No matter what I'm doing, it's a dating thing. It's not, it's friendship. It's, I'm not just because I'm dating somebody or going on a date with somebody doesn't mean I want to marry them, or whatever. The fact is that I went on a date with somebody, maybe I become friends with them, maybe I become,
Yeah.
partners with them in something, maybe I become whatever, but it doesn't mean I want them to be my wife,
Yeah.
or whatever. That's just you just go to meet somebody to learn about stuff, to say, hey, I'm interested in learning more about you as a person,
Yeah.
and if we can help each other throughout this world, that's great.
Yeah. A good rule would be do not bring your pet, because some gals will bring a little dog or something. Come on.
All right.
Come on.
Well, I think that
Yeah.
might be okay. It might, I don't know. It seems
I
like it'd
see
be
no
good.
situation where it'd be okay unless you were going to some pet related date.
Right? Yeah.
Otherwise, don't bring your pet. And don't
Well,
bring
it's,
your
it's
bag.
funny you say that. I actually, maybe I'll agree with that on the first date or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. I have heard of guys bringing, strangely enough, bringing a cat or a dog to a date their first time because they're such dog lovers or cat lovers and stuff. And then,
Good way to
drinking out of a saucer with the cat, and stuff in this date. Yeah, that's for the second date updates they do on certain channels on the radio. It was hilarious. It was, it was a guy who brought a cat to a date, and then he was like meow, meow, and tried to, show his date how he could,
That's a good way to get ruled out by a gal, I would think.
I think so, 100%. I'm not, yeah. But as far as also, I think that, well, I think I guess the options are out there because.
Oh, don't use your phone. If a gal goes to her phone, that's just a good rule in social situations. You're talking
Yeah.
to somebody, they go to your phone.
Yep. No, I agree. I agree. And that's just rules in general is unless there's a reason why they tell you to, hey, look this up or whatever,
Yeah.
It's like when you meet somebody on a date or something like that, don't go to your phone. I mean,
Yeah. Well, there's a new app now that if you're with somebody and they go to their phone, you can lock them out of Facebook.
well, I'll tell you, I did not do that, but yeah, that's
Did
somebody
you use
probably
your
would have
phone
done that.
when you were with somebody in public? Did you use your phone? Maybe that's it. You got to trace it back.
Yeah, I never know. I tell you what, yeah, I can't trace that back. That
I
would be
try not to do it, but it's hard.
or were you driving? While you're driving.
Yeah.
Yesterday in particular, yeah, I remember you saw me. I grabbed my phone, and that's not good. But
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
scary because you
yeah,
don't have time to react if you're looking
Yeah.
at your phone and something happens. It
Yep,
pops into your view, you could be in trouble.
yep. No, that's never good. Yeah, I trying to mitigate that as much as possible nowadays. But yeah, okay. So the dating thing, yeah, I don't know. And if somebody asks, no, I don't think about that stuff. These are just questions that have come up frequently on the sites, and therefore,
Well, you asked me a lot about dating, so I just wanted to clear it up for the crowd, the 4 subscribers, that I'm not interested in dating. So please don't set anybody, or I'll block you from Facebook. I'll block you out of your own Facebook.
right there you go. Listen, so
Zuckerberg app.
Zuckerberg out. So we have what time is it?
It's
Because
10:10, but we got a late start, so we probably have a minute left.
well, we found out. I need to do more questions. Up to you.
Well, you can do one more question, and
How do you judge a person?
um,
By the color of their skin?
no,
No.
I judge them by what they say and do, and by my own preconceived notions and prejudices and weaknesses, and sometimes harshly, but usually say nothing. Then I
judge them by their
figure it out.
name.
What?
Yeah. So I judge them by their name.
I judge them really hard, and then I realize how wrong that is, and then I throw that away, and then I figure it out. Because most people aren't what you think when you first meet them. The whole thing about first impressions are very important, but they're very unrealistic and very inaccurate.
Yep.
Almost everybody I know is different than I thought. Like, oh, I never liked that guy who's too gruff. No, I like this guy. He's real. Or I,
No, 100%.
yeah, I've always judged wrong. So I just, I do it, but I don't let it get to me. And I don't tell them.
Right. Yeah, no, I take my time with people in particular, you know. You never know what happened just earlier that day. You never know what happened in their life. So I have a tendency to really kind of do a psychological analysis of my own, of a person. As a matter of fact, I'll have, if they become a new friend, I will actually have them take little psychological tests and say, hey, I want to learn about you, you know, because I care. I want to say, hey, why do you think the way you do? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And people will be resistant at first, but like I was, but now I like them. I want to take every test on everything. Are you this?
Right? Yeah. It's fun.
Fun.
It's
It
fun.
really is.
And you find out more about yourself than you probably ever wanted to. But it's true, because the best part about that is you find out that you are not the only one in the world like that.
Yeah.
You know, I think that I am very unique, and I'm certain I am. But uniqueness and the way that I think on things is not that unique. I mean, it's like, I mean, it is very unique, but it's like
Unique, but there are commonalities, man. We all have.
yes, there are commonalities, just and the common denominators on everything, we all have them. And
Oh yeah.
but why we react to things, you know, I guarantee you, where you lived as a child growing up will determine the way that you know, if you grew up in Watts at the age of like 2 to 14, and then we throw you out to the woods, the way you react to that, and the way that a child in the Northwest here grew up, and we throw them out in the woods, or, you know, is going to react. It's like, I guarantee you're a lot more comfortable in certain things. It's like if you grew up in Longview and then all of a sudden found yourself in a situation in the Hamptons. Yeah, right. Yeah, you're not gonna. It's not gonna be similar. You know, you're not gonna be all, oh, Buffy, I must get my silverware. You know, whatever it is. Point is that the way we react to things. I mean, if somebody scratches your car, yeah, I'm not happy about it, and I'll may scream in profanity for just a moment. But if you grew up having where the car is, you know, you wipe it down with a diaper every day. No, there's people like that, not like that in particular, but there are. I mean, I had
that's
friends,
a good point.
I had friends who literally, man, they'd wash their trucks and stuff, and they would buff it out, and they would take a diaper to get that all the scratches out and stuff, you know, whatever it was.
Well, and the opposite of what you said, like me, grew up in the woods. When I was a kid, big cities freaked me out. It took a long time to get used to a big city.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. But anyways, so that's the question for the moment right now.
That's
and
a
we'll
good one to end on.
Tomorrow. Yeah, it was. So we're ready for this. I'm gonna count it out. Ready? 2. Oh, I think you got me. You got me again, buddy.
Wow, I'm on
this paper. Yeah, you're doing good. Yeah, you're doing good. Yeah.
Very informative, and thanks for Chandler to pop in a little bit. It was kind of cool to hear him in the background.
No, he's gone now. He's actually in the hot tub.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
Wow, he's
quiet. Hey, take care. He worked out and he's sweating and got in the hot tub.
See you tonight.
Brian says hi. See you later, buddy.